Mercury Stardust releases her first book, Safe and Sound, a renter-friendly guide to home repair, which will be accompanied by a 52-city book tour. Just over 2 years ago, the self-proclaimed trans handy ma'am, based in Madison, Wisconsin, works solely as a maintenance technician and burlesque performer, right? Because those two things go together, spending most of her time in other people's homes. Today, she has more than 2.4 million TikTok users following her DIY home improvement content and can hardly leave the house without being recognized somewhere. We love this handy ma'am so much. What are we all talking about? What do you think?
Come to my house. Please come to my house. I used to pay this guy like $60 and he would just
do everything.
I'd be like, I need my doorbell hung, I need my mailbox hung, I need my showers. Like, I would just pay him $60 and he'd do everything. And
That's amazing. Where is he now?
I have no idea.
Well, I mean, he was only charging $60. He wasn't getting far, you know? But I mean, I love that she's getting this notoriety, that she's popular like that now, that her little DIY project, she's like, okay, no, I'm gonna share it with the masses. And I'm also, at the same time, she's sharing her trans experience, which is even more important.
And burlesque.
And burlesque.
Wow, that's interesting.
I don't know. Like maybe she can add like a power tool to the burlesque.
That's hot as well.
Or maybe she could do a project.
Handy ma'am burlesque.
Like some people would pay extra for that.
There's a lot of Dom energy going on.
Think about it. You feel
There's a lot of Dom energy. Like,
I love that. Like, come fix something for me.
Yeah.
I'd do it.
Maybe she's like, I was about to say going to other people's homes and like dom them with like, yeah.
You need this. You need this. You need this. This house is too pink. We got to do something about it. Probably that would happen at my house. Next, actor, author, and trailblazer Elliot Page has proudly shared how coming out as a trans man has changed everything in his life for the better. The 36-year-old Umbrella Academy star told the world that he was trans back in 2020 via an emotional Instagram post. In June this year, he published his first memoir, Page Boy, in which he details the highs and lows of his trans journey. Responding to a fan question about his favorite experiences of trans joy, Page said that his awesome group of trans friends brings him his happiest moments. Elliot Page loves his new life. What are we all talking about?
It's so amazing to go on this experience with Elliot. Like, seeing the transition and going on this, because Elliot, you gotta find. Like, I was looking at those pictures. I was like, Elliot,
no, Elliot's cute.
You gotta find.
Elliot is cute, and I think I like him more. I like his acting skills more now.
It's more versatile. It's more. There's even more depth.
Like maybe because now he's his true authentic self, so he gets to maybe be free and release it all into his craft of being an actor.
Yeah, and play around with more nuances and things that he had never experienced before. That's kind of hot too. Right.
And I think the Umbrella Academy side piece. The Umbrella Academy is back, right? They're coming back hopefully after the writer's strike or something, or are they done?
I thought
there's one more season.
There's one more season. Is this the last season? Because I thought last season was the last season.
It's like a Cher concert.
This is my last time.
This is my last tour, I promise.
But it's not.
No, but it's not.
Yeah,
no.
I thought last season was the last.
But side piece knows everything. So
side piece does know everything.
So if they're coming back, I mean, obviously there's a writer's strike. Get you a side piece. But there's a writer's strike, and that can also depend on when that's going to happen or what that's going to look like. But I
mean, did they finish the writing and the production?
I don't think so. Side piece, did they already get that started? No, right? They just knew that. They were just bringing. They had just
Umbrella
agreed.
Academy is one of my favorites.
Is it? Is it one of your favorite shows for real? What about it has you do
everything? The fantasy, the lore. I'm a fantasy bitch.
Mm-hmm.
The fantasy, all of that, all of the superpowers and the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
It just draws me in. It really draws me.
And kudos also to the people over at Umbrella Academy for being smart. Okay, I'm not giving you a kudos for being a good person or being inclusive or anything like that. Being smart, right? Because they put that transition into the storyline, right? And then Elliot Page was able to be himself on the show.
They did righted it. Like everything about Umbrella Academy, I guess because you get to play with the fantasy storyline, you get to include people's experiences of other identities and things of that nature. So it just makes it brilliant, genius, and just and effortless without being like, this is a problematic show. Why they don't have no black people? Well, black people. Oh, why they don't have no?
I think they did it in a nice way, Jamal. Like last week, I was talking to Cal about And Just Like That, right? And I think that they freaking forced that show to be inclusive. For me, okay? You can feel however the F you want about it, right? To me, I think it's shoved down your throat. We're going to have a lot of black representation. We're going to have a trans little girl. We're going to have a non-binary, this. We're going to make
non-able body as well. Like I was watching and I was like, what is going on? Well, because I like And Just Like That. I like Sex and the City. I followed Sex and the City since I was
a kid. Yes.
Yeah. And it gets on my freaking nerves, but I love the show, so it's like I have to watch this.
Like exactly, I'm not gonna stop watching it. Where my wife is always making fun of me, like, why do you hate the show? Why are we? I'm gonna watch it until it stops.
I think because we grew up with it, and it's a part of.
It's a part of us.
Something about our generation.
And funny enough, that when it started, they had no black people, they had no queer representation. There was an episode where Carrie had said that she didn't believe in bisexuality. I mean, this is how not involved we were in Sex and the City. And then I think they come back, and I think they just do too much of it. And the reason I mentioned this is because when it comes to Elliot Page or when it comes to Umbrella Academy, they saw where they were, where they needed some more representation, but it didn't feel forced down your throat.
No, it felt effortless.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say.
It felt effortless. Because and they were teaching as well.
Because people beat me down about that and just like, why do you say that? They're being inclusive. It doesn't feel authentic.
Like the Shay character. I don't want to go down And Just Like That rabbit hole, but the Shay character has to wear me the F out. Like when I tell you wear me out, how many hats do you have to? I'm non-binary, I'm poly, I'm this, I'm that, and you don't get it. And I'm just like, girl, you cringe. You're scaring me, bitch, you're scaring me.
She almost squares the queer out of me. Like she almost squares the queer out of me, where I'm kind of like, I don't want to be in your group because you're too much,
But I've read a lot of reviews and articles and polls of like the audience, and she's the most hated character.
Oh, okay, so
they. I'm sorry, they.
So we're not. So then we're not alone in that.
No.
And I used to love her on Grey's Anatomy. I loved her on Grey's Anatomy, and she was gay there as well.
See, I'm gonna and I have to finish it just like that. I stopped at like this season. I stopped at like episode. Well, it was when the
did Carrie get back with Aiden yet?
Oh shit. Okay, no, but she saw him. Okay. I saw her see him.
Okay.
And when I saw her see him, I was like, oh, we're getting somewhere.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna spoil anything else for you. But,
all right.
But
and I know Samantha comes back.
Yes.
Who is my favorite character, but also as a human, like the actor. Like.
Have you seen Glamorous? She's in this other show called Glamorous that I think you might enjoy.
You have it? Mm-hmm. Sex and the City like?
No, more life. Queer, non-binary type.
Sounds fun.
She works like in a company that's very high fashion marketing, branding, all that kind of stuff.
Ah, okay.
You might like it. Look at it.
What
Glamorous. I don't know. How many streaming services do you have? I mean, I can't keep up anymore.
Okay, I can't.
We'll look it up. So, did you enjoy the show? I know you did. So make sure to click subscribe so you won't miss any of the events, news, or interviews right here on the Faye What Show. Ring the bell at the bottom of the screen, right there, so you'll be alerted every time we're live. You can also click on the Happening Out Television Network logo so you can see all of the shows on the most diverse LGBTQ+ media network. Find out just what we're doing to bring the L and the G together right here on the Faye What Show. Get the week started with me.